that's quite the deal there. Anyway. Church. Just imagine for a second if you allowed yourself to go to that place like every day, peace that you would have in this life would be insurmountable. Love you have for other people would be endless. I think that there's a lot of people out there, who are living in difficult times that can go to easy job, easy to say that any more than that. It's rough here for a lot of people. More than ever, people need to know that yes, there's a God that loves us, there's a God that gives you peace in the middle of the storm. And I'm just sitting there thinking about, I had this vision earlier, just singing a Christmas song, and it was picturing, I got this picture, this image. That's probably the one time of year that we look to the season to find hope. The hope really is not found in the gifts. It's not found in the stuff of the year or this time of the year. Our hope, it's rooted right. You're grounded right. Should be found in Christ. There's a lot of people out there looking for whatever. Oh, when I get these gifts, then I'll be happy, and I give those gifts away. And then comes January, you have your bills that you gotta pay, paying all those gifts off. But think about the gift that keeps giving long after the season is over. That's the best gift that you can give. The best gift that you can receive or give is knowing Him. Because when you know Him, you know the source of peace, you know the source of love, you know the source of everything that we struggle, that we are lacking in this life. It's hard to kind of wrap your brain around it, your natural mind, because you are so temporal minded. You don't think about everything like we should. We're always thinking the natural. We don't take a walk into the supernatural for a minute to really see the big picture of this world. Powerful thing when you look at that. You understand? I think that's probably what's missing more than ever this time of year. Is there's a lot of people out there that don't have hope. They don't know what's going to happen next year. They don't know what is going to happen 5 months down the road. Where it's time for you to consider where you put your hope, where you put your love, where you put everything that you have in this world. Is it in the things? Is it in the world system that's all going to crumble and fall, or is it God alone? That's the key. I think a lot of people, if we're brutally honest with ourselves, would say, "Well, my hope is in God." Okay, that's fine. That's where it should be. right? How do you know that? What are you basing it on? This is a far different Christmas year than ever. Yeah, I don't recall another holiday season or time of the year where there's so much darkness in this world. And you know what? One of the things I was earlier today is that there's a lot of people out there that don't really know. They have no clue what tomorrow holds or what next year holds, or maybe it's that you've been holding it in and you've been bottling it up and you just can't hold it anymore. That's where I was. I feel like, I get to a point where you are when you just need to let God be God and say, you know what, I don't have it all figured out, but I know He does, and trust Him, and know that He will do everything that He said He would do. I'll tell you one thing, there's more power, there's a great power when you come to Him with thanksgiving to Him, with everything you're struggling with, everything you're dealing with, and know that He's the source. Everything that you need, everything that you got going on in your life. And there's a lot of people out there not sure where to turn. Spend time with them. That's all I gotta say. I mean, we can all have our own theories about our own belief system about what we think is going to happen with the virus, the political arena, the vaccine, and get worried, sick, or we can choose. I'm going to choose peace, to love, to it goes with what I had gotten earlier in the year. If you've been paying attention, I think I probably shared it in one of my other videos on this channel. And it's this. He said to me, get all that you can of me so that you can pour out all that I am. I think now more than ever. We're in that dispensation that needs to know Him on a deeper level, And I'm not talking religion. I'm not talking, hey, I pray to God 5 times a week or 5 times a day, or go to church once a week, and none of that stuff, right? And it's not about religion by any means. It's about really knowing Him. And when you've solidified all that, and you've given everything in here to Him, great peace that knows no bounds, looks past everything else that's going on in this world. Here's the thing. I could get all riled up about all the political stuff I've seen, so-called Christians and that kind of stuff. We've got one opinion or this opinion or that opinion that seems contrary and all of that. But you know what? I bring it to God. I encourage you to do the same. See, a lot of times people, we formulate our own opinions based on what we believe, and then we call it God. Not cool. How about you? You call yourself one of those so-called Christians, right? How about you allow him to formulate those opinions? Allow him to change what needs to be changed, instead of you trying to change it and then basically putting your own spin on it based on your own opinion and then call it God. Allow him to change your mind, change your heart, and change everything else in your life. I guarantee you this. You will see things in a different light. It's not so much about one man over another man. It's not so much about who's president or whatever. That will come in time. Because the more you get to understand him, the more you understand who he is and what he's done for you. And when you understand all of that, you're no longer looking for validation from your buddies, from your friends, for what you believe and trying to get somebody to go along with what you believe and being right. It's no longer about, I got my 5 pastor buddies that each can validate all that I am. But then what you're missing out on is the most important thing is God. You can have all of that, but if you ain't got God, it ain't nothing. It means nothing, And I think that's what a lot of goes on. That's what seems like a lot of what I hear is people that they have one opinion, and they allow that opinion to be to be everything for themselves, and they go to their buddies and try and I don't take and that's just it. Trying to validate based on your in group, and the one thing you said to me today is this, and this is powerful. If you can latch on to this, change your life. Never feel that you have to stand up for somebody or have to defend somebody. But your silence speaks more than what any words can say. I'm going to sit there for a minute. There's a lot of people out there that will try and endlessly defend one man over another man. Or they will try and defend everything that's going on with the virus and everything that goes along with it. I'm going to refer to scripture. To me, it's like, the battle is the Lord's, right? We know that scripture. I can't remember the exact reference, but when are you going to let him fight your battles? When are you going to let him take that on himself and just rest in the promise of everything that he's done for you, and know that regardless of what happens, you don't need to be in fear. You don't need to be worried. No matter who's at the top of the ladder, no matter who's in Washington, and And that sounds, for a lot of people that sounds crazy. Are you nuts? I'm like, no, I'm not. Okay, but here's the deal. You don't understand me. You don't understand what's on the inside here. You don't understand the full story of everything that's going on. You don't see the beginning and the end. All you're looking at is the here and now. See, when you're looking at the bigger picture, not just, oh, yeah, the bigger picture, man, it screams truth. It says what you may not want to hear, because it touches at something much deeper. And I know there's a lot of people out there lonely. I know there's a lot of people out there that are depressed. I know there's a lot of people out there sick. I know there's a lot of people out there that feel like they're without hope right now. Hope in the Lord. And just to know that we will get through this. I think there's a lot of people out there that are struggling with one thing over another. Yeah. Man, I know this video is long. I get it. I'm just thinking to myself, man, that was a whirlwind I would have today at church, but it's the way it should be, I mean, when you go to the source of who He is, and you go to the source of life, the source of love, the source of peace, you will not be disappointed. You will not be looking for anything else. A lot of people are longing for that. They're longing for a place of truth, a place that they can rest their head at night and know that everything is going to be okay in the end. There's so much peace when you do that. I'm oftentimes reminded of, and people may think you've got something going on when you got a lot of peace. Are you? Because you're not worrying, because you're not in fear. There's no profit in being in fear or being in worry. Think about that. So a lot of times, there's people that oftentimes like, well, if you're not all uptight about everything going on in the world, then you got ice water in your veins, but it's really not it. You got to be in faith. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have grown weary because of the days that we live in, because of everything that's gone on this year, and all the stuff that's happened, I know y'all appreciate everything I put out here, There's nothing wrong with being real. I got to be real with who I am and what I am all about. Because that's the only way people will receive everything that you got. Because I've had enough. I don't know about you, but I've had enough fake. Okay, I've had enough people that will tell you one thing just to make you feel good. Coming out of the political season, right? I hate to be the one. I'm not gonna tell you who and all that, but right. Just in general, there's enough people out there that will tell you a feel-good thing. Whether it's your favorite celebrity pastor, your favorite politician, they'll tell you a feel-good deal. And that's fine and good. Be more than just a feel-good feeling from that favorite person you love to you love to watch, you love to listen to. That's good. There's a lot of people out there that can give you the goosebumps, that can tell you what maybe you may want, what you want to hear, but not what you need to hear. That's deep. Oh, wow. That speaks 1,000 words right there. So, there's a lot of people out there that will find comfort and solace in their favorite politician, their favorite pastor, celebrity, whoever. And that's what they state their claim on and in. And God's like, look, put your faith in me. Put your faith in who I am, in what I've done for you. My works. Not another man who has an opinion instead of my opinion. It reminds me of Philippians 4:8, set your mind on things above, not on things on the earth. A lot of times we're so, we look at, we're always looking at the here and now instead of the bigger picture. If you never see the bigger picture in this world and in this life, got news for you. There's a bigger picture out there that's been calling your name for a long time. And there's a lot of people out there that don't know what that bigger picture looks like. They're oftentimes are left to wonder what that picture looks like. And God's like, look, why don't you seek me? Find me. And when you find me, I'm the source of everything that you need. I'm the source of everything that you're looking for. And you can have all your political ideologies, you can have all your, and to him that's like, find me. And when you find me, I'll meet all your needs. I'll make sure you're taken care of. I'll make sure that you are right where I need you to be. That's weird. There's too many people out there trying to tell you what you should believe. Why don't you go to the source? Why don't you go to the source of love, peace, life, all those good things to which your Father up above longs to give you? I feel it strong. The source of all those good gifts that He willingly gives to you. We are in that time of year. We are in that season of giving and receiving of gifts. I believe this with all my heart. He's got a bounty of gifts, willing and ready to give to you. If you just receive it, that's it. Receive. A lot of people are so uptight about everything. Just receive it. Just take it. A lot of people are so, been out of shape about November. Or anything else going on in this world right now. And He's like, look, I've done all this stuff for you. I've given you everything. but you have yet to receive all that I've given you. Just sit there, all worried, in fear. And he's like, look, just receive it. Just take it. And if you take it, I'll take care of you so that you got everything you need in this life. You know, man, stupid going here. Right. Anyway, kind of got me wound up there. But anyway, yeah, that's really where it's at. You know, I think a lot of people are so just, you know, and that's the message of the hour, I think. You know, like he told me earlier in the year when this stuff all started, get all of him that you can get, so that I could pour out through you all that I am to everybody that you know. And when you do that, when you allow that to happen, you're gonna see something happen in people's lives around you. You can't even take credit for that, because that's all him. And that's what he wants to do in all of our lives, is to just say, hey, let me be God for a minute here. Let me be Lord of everything. And I'm going to make it happen. But you got to trust me with everything you got in here. Everything you got in here. Everything in your life. I'm going to bring it all to pass. But you got to trust me. Trust the process of everything that's going on in your life, going on in this world, and all of that. Trust it. Trust and know that I'm good, that I'm faithful to deliver you out of everything that you got going on in this world. See, anyway, that's my soapbox right there. You know, it's funny. You know, when I get with him, I didn't even know all this stuff was brewing. You know, I was like, it was thick today. I'm gonna be honest. It was thick. All right. I don't mind thick, because that's where he is. That's where his presence is. That's where the source of life is. When you get with him, he gives you everything that you need to carry out his plans in this world, to be his light in a dark world. So, you know, you don't have to be fearful. You don't have to be worried when you have the source of light in a dark world. All right, I'm going there. You know what? I'm gonna let it be at that. I'm at 20. Okay, yeah, that's about a half hour. But yeah, I went there. Kudos to you if you made it to this point. Man. You know, and that's really where it's at. You know, like a lot of people are so, you know, I'm at peace. You know, I think that's where you need to be. If you're worried, give it all to him, and let him take care of you and bring you to a place of perfect peace, where you're not worried or in fear. Because those are two things that will rob you of that peace that you need to have. Because a lot of times, here's the thing. You know, it's pretty hard for him to do anything if you don't have any, if you're always in fear, worry, doubt, all those things. He's like, I can't move in that. And he's told me that many times. You know, it's like, you want to, because when you're in perfect peace, man, that opens up a window right there. You now have that window of the divine, that window of, hey, now you can see him and know him and understand everything that he is as it pertains to this world. there's a lot of people out there struggling to find a place of truth, find a place of where you can stand and where you can there's a lot of people out there trying to hoping they can find something to latch onto. And there's a lot of people out there worried about everything that's happening. But a lot of people... Anyway, I'm going to let that be at that. So, another message another time.